Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag Anime Talk. This is episode 81. I'm your host, Mr. Lennon Burton, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. Krissa SJE. Krissa, I love the manga cover today. You touch my soul. I am a Yu Yu. That's one of the things we became friends on. I am a Yu Yu Hakusho stan just as much as you are, and it might be that time of year for the rewatch. You might have just triggered my rewatch starting because I've been watching City Hunter, and I've been watching City Hunter so heavy that like I'm in like the 80s. I love 70s, 80s, and 90s anime. Like I really love it more than mid 2000s anime. I think I can really say that. Like 90s, 80s, and late 70s. Because Bebop counts in that. Trigun counts in that. Like all my faves are in that shit. City Hunter's amazing, bro. And it has ecchi that's tasteful.
Yeah, I fuck with City Hunter. City Hunter's cool. I was watching one of the movies the other day. They got a lot of that shit on Crunchyroll.
Yes, they do. That's how I've been watching on VRV. And then they got Fist of North Star on that. I haven't watched that though, because that's like the precursor to Dragon Ball, just some meathead shit. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that, but they got all the Lupin shit on there. They have all the old gun. Like I've been watching G Gundam too. Like
G Gundam is goated. That's goated right there.
All that 80s, 90s, 70s shit is amazing. Like anime was on some shit back then.
Facts. And man, shout out to my bro for Neverworld, because he has been rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho, and just seeing that, I saw him like posted on Twitter, he's like rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm like, damn. I was like, I've been so engulfed in new anime since like before Demon Slayer. Like I don't remember the last time I rewatched Yu Yu Hakusho. And that's so I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's never happened. I used to watch that shit every year.
It felt so good to just refresh. Like you said, all we've been doing is watching new anime. I watched Bebop the other day in preparation for the Cowboy Bebop news on Geek Week that we're going to talk about with Netflix. I watched it, loved it. Love when you go rewatch the old classic, it just makes you feel good inside. That's why I said it might be time for my Yu Yu Hakusho rewatch.
Now, see, my thing is, this is my hot take, and this is gonna get me a lot of flack on Twitter. You ever seen that meme that was popping this week? It was like, what's your opinion that'll have people like this? And it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with all the swords and shit, yeah.
I had like typed some shit out. I was like, nah, let me not post that, because it's not even, you know what I'm saying? But I was saying, like, I think right now is the best era in anime.
Oh, no,
I
it
feel
is.
like better than back in the day.
It is.
Because the back in the day gave us buku classics. But I'm looking at the classics we get right now, or we're getting right now. And I feel like 10, 20 years from now, we can be looking at this shit right now as the classic shit. You feel me? Not saying the old shit's not classic too.
Oh, no, it is.
Shit setting a new standard.
The fact that Shonen Jump has right now One Piece, My Hero, Undead Unluck, JJK, Black Clover, Chainsaw Man, fucking what's our shit? Kaiju number 8, Saga Motor Days, Jiriku, Hell's Paradise, fucking Fire Force, Eden Zero. The fact that we have all of that right now, that's all fresh and new.
My new shit Dandadan too. That's you already know what I'm on.
And then Togen Anki, you can't beat right now.
You said Tokyo Revengers too?
I didn't even say that. We're in the golden era of anime and manga. It's beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with the bronze era, which is like the 70s, 80s, the silver era, which is the 90s big 3 era. But we
didn't even say Wonder Egg too.
We're in the golden era right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's amazing.
You know what's one of the best parts about this era too? Is that everybody that grew up on that old era is now adults now. We were all kids when we were watching Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball. And let me not say Dragon Ball, but like that's an example of one. But like a lot of our old classics are getting callbacks. Like Shaman King is getting a new adaptation, just readapting what was already adapted, plus finishing it. You know what I'm saying? We're getting like the Pokemon anime is actually good now. Like it was always cool and for what it was, but now it's actually a good show. Yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on the old show, but it was basically not for people who want like good story. It was just like, it was
just villain of the week, Pokemon of the week.
Every episode they got to drill that new Pokemon in, but and that's cool. It was great for kids, and it's great for when you're growing up on it, and it's great for the franchise. But like, not only Shaman King, we're getting like Yashahime continuations of Inuyasha. Fucking Lupin the Third anime is coming back soon. Yep. Plus we got the Lupin the Third movie. Yeah, we getting so much callbacks to classic shit, and we're getting new classic shit.
It's a great time to be an anime fan. That is a
Thanks.
fact. And I know I told you we didn't have discussion, but I just thought of something that's been popping on anime TikTok, on anime Twitter, and we have to talk about it. But I'm going to save that. So we got a lot to discuss, Chris. This is a jam-packed show. Let's start off with the news. Like I just mentioned, Cowboy Bebop had an announcement, a quote-unquote big announcement for Netflix Geek Week, which was supposed to be their Comic-Con, their DC fandom, their event where they drop all their trailers and news. So you think, okay, Cowboy Bebop, they start the live stream saying 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. You think you do all of that and you're going to give a trailer. You think you're going to show a picture of Spike. You think you're going to see a picture of Faye. You know what they dropped? They dropped a video saying Yoko Anno's making the soundtrack with Faye, Spike, and John Cho just sitting in normal clothes, and then they say see you in the fall. If the anime is dropping in the fall, and the only thing we've heard is that Yoko Anno is coming back, we haven't seen a picture of anyone, we haven't seen a trailer. Do you think that I should be excited as an anime fan when you don't even seem excited about it? The only thing we can go off of is Death Note, the last live action you made, which was fucking trash. So this shit is, Chris, I have no expectations for this. I think it's going to be dog shit, and I'm not excited for it. The fact that Jet and Faye in that video looked younger than Spike upsets the fucking soul of me. I rewatched Cowboy Bebop recently, and I feel like they're going to turn it into a mockery when it should have been the easiest fucking thing to adapt. And everything that Netflix announces with live action now, I have no hope for. Zero hope for. For months on this show, we've been lukewarm on it, but now I'm coming guns blazing. I think they have no faith in the show, because if you did, you would have dropped a trailer. You dropped a trailer for a show that just ended and season 2 is filming. So you're telling me you can drop a trailer for that? You can drop a trailer for an animation that was announced 4 months ago and they just started animating it and it's not dropping until next year? You can drop a trailer for that, but a show that's supposed to be coming in the fall, you can't drop a trailer for? That shows you have no fucking faith in it. I'm sorry, Netflix, you're not bamboozling me in the anime community. I'm telling you, if you love Cowboy Bebop, please go into this with low expectations. I'm sorry, Chris, I had to rant. It really upset me that I watched a fucking live stream just to hear a fucking tweet over the air. You could have tweeted that Yoko Anno was gonna make the fucking music, and if they didn't, then that's a fucking problem. That shouldn't be a fucking announcement. Like, it should be mandatory that Yoko Anno works on the fucking music. What are we talking about? Sorry,
yeah.
Chris.
Who else would work on the music?
I'm sorry for ranting. I just had to.
I'm giving this a 0 out of my expectation. You know what I'm saying? It's a 0% expectation.
It might be -5 now. I expect nothing
from them. But I'm not gonna lie to you. If the season drops or the first episode drops and that shit goes super hard and super crazy and you fuck with it, I'm clipping that rant and I'm be like, remember this? I'm be like, Netflix, they dropped the bomb on you. But no, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you.
Chris, you could you could meme it and do the curb your enthusiasm music where it's like, have you ever heard the curb music where it's like, oh shit, let me see if I can find it real quick and play it, because like, nah, we're gonna get flagged. I'm not gonna do that. But you know the curb music where niggas embarrass themselves.
I'm giving this a 0 out of 100 hype though. Like I'm not hyped for it. Like, what have I said since like we've talked, and this is what I was telling I was talking to my girl about this earlier. I was ranting about this. We didn't even talk about this prior to recording, but
no, I told you we wasn't talking about nothing. We was just gonna go in this blind.
Yeah, and I didn't even know you about to bring this up, but I was talking to my girl about it, and I was just like, man, and not to shit on Netflix like this, but I'm just saying, like, everything's a cash grab. You feel me?
It is.
It's like, when you think about it, when you look at, and this is a whole other conversation. I was talking about I know you saw the RDC World, you know what I'm saying, Bernie Mac shit earlier. Everybody was like, man, go with a more professionally trained actor. I'm like, man, with more professionally trained actors, you get Anthony Mackie as Tupac. You get all these random castings that's like, we got good actors though. I've never my life thought this cast would be this cast. And I feel like they know we're scared of that when we see that. The people who are real Cowboy Bebop, stands, and I know they feel like, we're going to be very critical of it. They have to know at this point we're going to be overly critical of your live action adaptation, because there's a stigma,
especially when you could have chosen. The fact that Jet looks younger than Spike bothers me,
They
It
have to have some
bothers
kind of
me.
CGI, like Will Smith movie type
Like,
age
it
reduction.
fucking bothers me when there's people like Henry Golding. Like, just Google one of these people I'm about to say.
Oh, I
Andrew
seen them. I
Koji.
remember you had showed me. You showed me a few of them before.
Andrew Koji from Warrior looks just like Spike Spiegel. Henry Golding has the swag
There's
of
so many
Spike
people,
Spiegel.
but
There's
you
so
want that
many
big
young
name.
Asian actors that could do it. But see, I don't even think they wanted the big name. I think they wanted to have the, oh, we're not whitewashing. Here's the biggest Asian name we can give you, John Cho. Instead of making inspired casting, instead of understanding the material and making a casting that is inspired and that shows you love the material and not a fucking cash grab. It just sounds like, oh, we understand America's popping, so we're gonna, since we can't control comics because Amazon and HBO has kicked our fucking ass when it comes to Marvel, with Disney Plus having all their Marvel shit, when Amazon has The Boys and HBO has Watchmen and DC, and they're kicking our ass in the superhero world, and our superhero shows are getting canceled. You know what we're gonna do? Because anime's popping, we're just gonna buy everything, and we're gonna think anime fans are stupid and just make any live action, and we think they're gonna watch it. No, we're fucking
And
not. Like, I'm
if
sick
there was
of
anything
it.
else, because Amazon has done great with certain things. Like,
Amazon
for
has
sure,
done
live action
great.
adaptation.
HBO has done great. They have, to me, Chris, Amazon and HBO have surpassed fucking Netflix as a streaming service.
Now, this is my thing, right? You feel me? Like, those are great, but with Netflix specifically, the biggest indication for me that they don't give a fuck, and this is just me being honest, like Netflix, y'all can say what y'all want. The Death Note live action was garbage. It is getting a sequel. Nobody asked for the first one. I know some of my friends, in real, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of my personal friends don't really watch anime. I know a couple of them that don't, and they watched the Death Note live action. They were like, it wasn't that bad. I actually liked it because, you know, people in my age group grew up on Final Destination. So that target audience that they were trying to hit, they hit it, but they didn't give a fuck about the core
Not
Death
at
Note
all.
following. The people who were like excited to see, because there's a lot of people who watched the Japanese Death Note live action adaptation. I want to say it was Japanese. I don't. Yeah, it was a Japanese live action adaptation of Death Note, right? The original was 05
oh
or
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it was,
yeah.
2010.
Not with Light Turner, huh? No, that's
Not with Light
America.
Turner. It was an
Yeah.
OG. It was
Oh,
a
yeah, that's
Japanese,
Japanese, yeah.
live action. It was a while back, and it was great, like for the most part. But it was old. The CGI wasn't great. I guess they did like a little. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It fit to a certain extent, especially for OG live action adaptation. You feel me? But the new one is like, especially the, you know what I'm saying, the Netflix American one
It's
was
trash.
just so garbage. And I was excited we were gonna get an American adaptation. And then when I watched it, I remember me and my girl got hyped. We watched this shit. We go back, oh, it's gonna be hard as fuck. This Death Note. You can't do this wrong. And they did it horribly. Because I saw the trailer, I saw Ryuk. I'm like, they did that right. You feel me? I love the voice casting. You feel me? I love that. Christopher Walken, I want to say, was Ryuk.
No,
right?
it was Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe. I don't know why I said Christopher Walken, but yes, it was William Dafoe.
He killed
I think
it.
it was one of them. I was thinking of Spider-Man.
They're very similar actors.
But at the end of the day, great casting. Everything about it could have went right, but it didn't. And I feel like it didn't on purpose almost. It was so bad. And not bad, but you didn't capture the heart of Death Note. You turned
Again, they
a
don't
great
love
psychological battle and thriller into a Final Destination ripoff.
They don't love they don't love the source material. They don't have people who love it making it.
They may not even be connecting to it.
No, and they're just in that, and I can't blame an American director who comes from not knowing what Japanese anime is, and then you hear of this Death Note thing, and the only thing they can make a correlation to, probably in the offices when the big execs are pitching it, they're probably like, oh, this is like Final Fantasy, and the director's like, okay, I can connect to that, and they make it that way. I'm not gonna even be upset at the director, because like you said, they might not love it. I'm blaming Netflix for not finding people who love this shit. The reason why The Boys works and all of this Amazon shit that they're making works is because Seth Rogen loves fucking comics, and he got someone to direct it who loves the fucking Boys. The reason why HBO's Watchmen won 17 Emmys and beat Prestige Television, and people are like, how can a comic book television show win all of these awards, is because Damon Lindelof understood each character of Watchmen, understood the themes, understood the core, and he loved it, and was able to tell a swan song finisher to it. He continued what the comics did and hit the core. Like, that's so hard for people to do, but you can't make a fucking reboot, like a fucking copy paste, just live action. Get the fuck out of here, Netflix. Get the fuck out of here.
And that's just the thing. If I had more you know what I'm saying, faithful adaptations to go off of,
And I
I'd
can't
be a
keep
little
saying The
it'd be a
Witcher.
little bit different.
We can't keep saying The Witcher because that's the
And
only
that's
one
not
they
anime.
have.
It's not anime.
It's not
That's
anime.
a video
No.
game
In a
adaptation.
book, in
In
a
a book.
in a
Book and
novel.
video game. Yeah, I'm tripping because the video game was based after the book.
So that's all I got on Netflix live action. Trash.
Yeah, I'm off of Netflix live adaptations until I see a good one. And the thing is, Japanese adaptations aren't perfect, but they aren't that bad. Like when I watched the Bleach live action adaptation, it was at least they gave a great attempt. When I watched the Full Metal Alchemist adaptation, it was all over the place, but they tried to get certain things right. Just with the Death Note adaptation, they got nothing right, and it was so bad. It was like a crash and burn. And just the fact that they're so scared to give us a trailer for this, and who knows, they could be sitting there like, we gonna fuck them up with this. They don't even know.
That could be the thing, but
I'm confident in that. Like,
how can I be confident in that when the last thing we saw was Death Note? I can't.
Only thing I'm excited about is Yoko coming back.
And why? We already heard the music. Like, why? How's it not?
I'm hyped for the soundtrack, but that's just a music fan to me.
Exactly.
Let's move. The only thing that makes me, before we move on, the only thing that makes me kind of thinking, it has some kind of hope and there may be a surprise for us is that, especially with like the One Piece one too, Oda's helping with that. You feel me? And Watanabe is somewhat behind this. You feel me? So if I was Oda and I was Watanabe, I would not be letting people ruin my source material. Shit. I just wouldn't let them ruin it.
And the final thing is, we still don't even know who Ed is. That's a problem. Ed
may have been taken out altogether.
Which is another problem entirely. Like,
Just depends on where we're going with this, but I gotta see it because it could go any kind of ways. I just really don't know what to expect. But if you're trying as a company to build anticipation and make me hype, you're just doing a horrible job. But we got to address that. That's all it is.
Facts. So next up, we got the official website for the My Hero Academia movie said that the third film in the franchise revealed its villain, who is going to be Fleck Turn. I think that's his name, Fleck Turn. He's the leader of an organization that threatens the world. In the film story, a mysterious organization dedicated to the destruction of people with quirks has issued a threat and set bombs all over the world. Pro heroes and those in hero internships scramble to find the bombs. Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki encounter Rhodey, a boy living in a mobile home in their designated area of Ocean, and end up working with him. The film will open in Japan on August 6th. Horikoshi will also be giving a manga to each person who goes in theaters to watch the movie. I hope that happens in America. Here's a picture of the villain. I'm going to put it up on the screen for the YouTube people, but for Krista, here you go. You can kind of see
I got it pulled up.
Cool.
I'd seen it earlier. The first thing I thought was like Osmosis Jones.
He kind of does look like Osmosis Jones.
Like a character from the series. You feel me?
But I mean, look, I'm excited for this. August 6th is right around the corner. Hopefully we get the movie before the year ends, like November.
This is how you build hype for a motherfucking movie, bro. This is how you build hype. Because this should every single announcement I've gotten from this has been fucking super hype.
The manga that Horikoshi's drawing, we saw the cover of it. It looks incredible.
Yeah, that's been having me fucking super hype all week. I wanted to put that in my fucking wallpaper on my phone. That bitch so icy. Like Horikoshi snapped with that.
And the fact that he snapped with that should tell you where the manga is right now in My Hero. And I can't wait to review My Hero this week because there's so much to talk about. The arc is over, but I'm going to save all of that because we got some good shit coming up with that. But I'm really excited for this movie. My Hero is hitting at an all-time high. The manga's incredible. The anime's about to have an amazing season that's about to change the game. Like this next arc, people don't realize that we're about to follow the villains, which is going to be nuts.
And man, speaking of villains, I'm not gonna lie, this new villain he's cold as fuck. Like, why the villain gotta be black? First of all, I know he's blue. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell this is a black dude.
His haircut is a black haircut.
But I'm not gonna lie, he kind of icy. Like this nigga got drip.
Yeah, he looks like a priest almost. He has like priest garby kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like a cold villain. Like he looked like I'm a villain guy. You know I'm a villain guy.
Yeah, true.
He looked like he could if this movie's cold and he's a cold movie villain, he could be up there with a lot of my favorite anime movie villains. You feel me? Because they got some One Piece ones. You feel me?
Yeah,
but I don't have a My Hero Academia movie.
Because the first one was a throwaway. The second one, 9, is basically shitty All for One in Shigaraki. So it's like the only cool one from the last one was that Beast, but he was the henchman.
I can barely remember
who
the
Todoroki
Heroes
fought.
Rising. Yeah, I can barely remember the hero. Oh yeah. Now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
But I'm about to say I barely remember the main villains in the Heroes Rising. I'm trying to think.
that tells you how trash that fucking movie was. It's Nine, the guy that had 9 quirks, and
Oh yeah. Now I remember. He was like super fucking No, he's not my favorite My Hero villain. This dude looks like he has potential.
He does. He definitely does. So August 6th, we'll find out more. But next up, the official website for Star Blazer Space Battleship Yamato anime remakes began streaming a teaser trailer for the new movie. There's 2 planned films. Yamato 2205 Space Battleship Yamato 2205 The New Voyage is the sequel project. We saw the teaser for that. The first film will open in Japan on October 8th. And yeah, Chris, this trailer looked pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this trailer was amazing. It was beautiful. Had me hyped for it. This shit looked like a callback to some retro shit.
But like we said in the beginning, they're doing a lot of good callbacks. This one actually looks like it works. Space Battleship Yamato was always a cool series. The fact that it's taking like actual ships and doing like ship battle instead of mech battles is very interesting, and I dig that.
Yeah, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? 1,000%. Like that's some OGs. That's a classic a lot of people don't really know about. Like especially the new gen. I have noticed on Twitter, especially anti-Twitter, that the old gen like throwbacks to them is like Naruto and Bleach and
Which
shit like that. And I'm sitting there like, bro, y'all niggas is young because niggas do not remember when you bring up certain shit. Like I feel like niggas will try to act like they know about like Trigun and Outlaw Star and shit like that. And they got a lot of people who do because of their older, people that they know, or just certain shit like Cowboy Bebop is classics. But when you mention certain ones that's like you thought everybody knew from like the late 90s, early 2000s, motherfuckers is like, what? What is that? Battleship Qua?
Yeah, no, and I don't even and don't get me started on the anti-Twitter rant. Anti-Twitter's trash, but I do fuck with the anime community on Twitter, but not the anti-Twitter troll nonsense. But that's a conversation that's a conversation for another time. But Shueisha announced on Monday that Kaiju number 8 manga has surpassed 3 million copies in circulation. The series is the fastest Shonen Jump Plus manga in Shueisha's history to reach this milestone. Shout out to Kaiju number 8 anime coming soon. I believe in it. We're gonna get an announcement at this Jump Festa. The fact that it's breaking records, they're gonna do it soon. I feel like they're just letting the chapters build up to where they don't have to, because I feel like they don't want to mess this ball up to where they start the anime and then have to do filler. No, they're gonna let like a couple arcs build, and they're gonna do this justice. So proud of Kaiju number 8. It's great. If you're not reading Kaiju number 8, what are you doing?
Yeah, Kaiju number 8 is goated. I bought both of the volumes. Volume 3 is out, but I don't have it yet. You know what I'm saying? That and Taugen Anki number volume 4. Like my Japan plug is slacking right now. You feel me? They shipping shit like 2-3 weeks late. You feel me? I was supposed to have Taugen Anki volume 4 right now, but Kaiju number 8 volume 3 too. I love the cover. I love the color schemes of each cover. It's like red, blue, yellow. It's just like it's gonna look so beautiful in the collection. You feel me? Like I'm hoping this is just the beginning for it. Like I'm hoping it gets into these huge talks in the next couple of years, because the way it's going right now, it's already.
It's not about to slow down. It to me, Kaiju number 8 has surpassed things like I don't want to say it surpassed Undead Unluck, because Undead Unluck's doing really well, but in terms of popularity, it may have, but it surpassed things like Mashal. Like,
well, to me, it kind of stands alone with those because it's on the plus. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
on plus
to Shonen Jump,
but it's on the show. Like for Americans, it's on the Shonen Jump app, and like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Things like Dandadan and certain things that are just Jump Plus exclusive aren't on here. Like we only have Chainsaw Man and Kaiju number 8. That's the only 2.
We're getting Dandadan in August, they say, but I don't know if it's going straight to the Viz app.
That's what I'm saying. Like the American Shonen Jump. And it's not on there no more.
And I got the Viz app on my phone, and I thought the Viz app was similar to the Shonen Jump app where you paid and, you know what I'm saying, you get to read whatever they got on there, but you have to buy the copies to read on there. I'm like, I'm buying the physicals. Why would I? The only reason why I don't have the new physicals is because they're on volume, like, I want to say 10, 8. No, it's like 8. I want to say they're on volume 8 right now, and there's 13 volumes altogether. And it makes me mad because when you go on there, it's like I'm not about to buy an online volume on an app. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna buy the hard copy volumes like I've always been doing. That's how I support Viz. It's Viz, you know what I'm saying? And
that's
I'm
why
buying the
I
Shonen
just
Jump
do
app to be able to for
Yeah.
the convenience to watch. I mean, to read all the hottest new shit out. I feel like they need to get it together with the seinen and not
They
just the
need
seinen, but just the upper tier
Jump Plus
shit.
stuff. Yeah, they
Because I
need to
mean,
put it all on.
Dorohedoro is on Viz. You know what I'm saying? The SIG. You know, you see the SIGs in Books A Million. They got so much shit that you can't just read.
That's because Viz is just the only American distributor. See, the thing needs to be like Shonen Jump has their app, whatever seinen manga, they need to have an app that American users can get. And the Shonen Jump app needs to have all the Jump Plus stuff, or give us a new app that's just Jump Plus stuff. Like if you do the app, I will buy it. Like $1.99 a month is not bad for me to be able to on Sunday mornings wake up and read My Hero, One Piece, JJK, Undead Unluck, and then on Thursdays read Kaiju number 8. Of course I'll pay for that, but I'd pay for more if you gave me more.
Exactly. If I have to pay another $1.99 for Viz, I'll pay both. If you want me to pay a little bit more, like a $3.99, $4.99
to get the Jump Plus, I do it
because Viz has more. Viz has a lot of shit. Like,
but see, let me say this.
Viz has shit that I didn't even think they had.
But see, the issue is, Krista, that Viz is, you got to look at it as Viz is the middleman. Viz is the middleman for us because they're the American distributor. So the thing that we need is the actual Shonen Jump, like the actual magazines in Japan that are the people selling the content of Viz. They need to make an app like Shonen Jump, like whatever whatever magazine does fucking the seinen stuff, they need to make an app. Or like, for example, like, you know how they have Shonen Gangan, they need to make an app. Because if Viz made an app, they wouldn't let Viz do the stuff. That's why they have to pay for it. That's why you have to pay for it, because Viz got to send the money back.
Because Viz has the app, you know what I'm saying? But they just don't have the way to monetize the shit.
That's because they don't have the rights to
volumes.
That's because they don't have the rights to, because it's not their content.
They have because I guess they just have the volumes to push the physicals, because they have
they're the middleman. That's the thing.
Like Grand Blue Dreaming, and like they got the randomest shit, like seinen, shonen. They got some Jump Plus shit, and that's what really confuses me, because
you gotta look at it like this.
Is Jump Plus, but it's on the Shonen Jump app. But if Dandadan from Jump Plus doesn't make the Shonen Jump app, it makes the Viz app. How are we gonna do that? And Chainsaw Man is literally Shonen Jump, and it's on the Shonen Jump app. But since it's coming out in Plus in Japan, will it be on the Shonen Jump app in the US?
And see, that's
like they freak me out with that kind of shit.
And let me tell you, so Viz is basically Apple Music. Viz is Apple Music. Like, you can put artists can send releases directly to them, but the label is the people who are making the music and selling the music to the streaming company. Like Viz is a middleman. Like they don't make the manga, so they don't have the rights to have an app. Like the reason why they have everything on there is because they're the people who distribute it in America, and they're the people that we can see. So like I said, Shonen Jump and the magazine companies have to make the app.
I just wish they would. I need that. Let me get the fucking simul dub or simul translation, bro. It's killing me waiting on these niggas to translate Dandadan right now. Like the new chapter just dropped, and like they're quick with it with Kaiju number 8, but Kaiju number 8 is one of the big heavy hitters,
and it's
on
actually
Jump Plus.
and it's actually on the Shonen Jump app. That's why it gets translated.
And it is the number one. Like I know why it's getting treated like that. They know what they got with Kaiju number 8. But
it's
like,
a hitter.
Other ones that are bubbling that they could miss out on, trying to wait until it bubbles too hard. Like they're waiting for certain ones to pop before they cop the rights to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When they could just have the rights to all of them early by working together and get them direct money too. But I guess they want the bag out here in the US. They don't want to just give the bag up to Japan. They want to be the middleman, because that middleman bag is probably worth it.
And Viz is like, yo, we're gonna be the middleman. And if Jump don't want to have an app for Americans to get it, Viz is like, fuck it, we just gonna sell it until they get smart. That's what I don't understand, why Jump realizes unless the app isn't doing too hot in America, that may be why we don't have another app like this. But I think that app got to be killing. Like, it's worldwide.
With niggas like me and you who like are real life on this shit, but we pay for it as a, you know what I'm saying? We trapping out the bandwidth is like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a real thing. Yeah.
But it's a thing that, you know what I'm saying? I want to contribute to the anime culture. So if they,
that's a good point.
If the Viz wants to charge whatever, I'll pay it, because I'm paying for Crunchyroll, I'm paying for Funimation. Like I had my Funimation off for like 2 or 3 months, but I cut it back on because me and my girl watching One Piece again. I'm watching Gantz, all kind of random shit on the Funimation app. But I like to support the content creators, or at least not the content creators, but the people who are licensing the content creators. Cause I know they're paying like, you know, they're paying Japan or at least buying rights to certain shit. So
and
I
that's
want to let
why
niggas know it's being successful.
But even more than that, that's why I support the Shonen Jump app more than buying physicals, because I know the Shonen Jump app is given directly to them niggas. Like that's
And see, that's the
directly.
thing. Me and you care about that shit.
Yeah, we
They
do.
are niggas who are
Who
getting
don't
them
care.
fucking,
The
they're getting that
scans.
trapping out the bandwidth. And I'm one of them when it comes
I'm
to
a
shit like
scan-
Dandadan,
and I'm a
because
scan
it's not
nigga
out
too.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cop the physical of Dandadan as soon as it drops in Japan and as soon as it drops in America. But as of right now, week to week, I'm reading that shit for free off of these Twitter guys who's translating it.
That's
And
a fact.
to be fair,
I do that with One Piece.
I do peep the raws out. And as far as jumpplus.com, they count views. And I do go in there and view it. You feel me? Sometimes I don't view the whole thing because I want to spoil it, but sometimes I'll go see the cover because the cover art's always amazing. But I just say that to say the only way I can legally stream this manga is by going to the Japanese site and peeping it untranslated. And most people are like, I'm gonna read it however I can read it. And they're not gonna wait on you. And when you drop, they still will pay, but some of them may have people like me and you are gonna pay regardless, but they need to really be dominating, because the thing is, people would pay if they had the luxury of having everything in the palm of their hands, not
That's
just
true.
some, and not just because even
Half.
the Shonen Jump app, they have a lot of Shonen Jump properties, but you can't read a lot of old shit.
Yeah, no, that's a
You
fact.
can't read like Yu Yu Hakusho and shit like that. They got a lot of shit on there that's just, you know, hey, we got it, and then you click on it, and it's like, whoa, it's zero chapters,
and that's why they need to charge more, charge $5.99 to give us everything Shonen Jump. Like I'd pay for that, even if you got to do $10.99. I'd probably pay for that. Like I'm serious. Like this app is great.
If they give it, depending on what they give you,
if you give everything,
it might be worth it.
If you give all the old shit, you can read everything that Shonen Jump has ever dropped, all Shonen Jump Plus, and you charging between $5.99 and $10.99 at the max. I'm paying for that. That's better than Disney Plus. That's better than Disney Plus. That's better than some of these movie stuff I'm paying for, because I get to read One Piece weekly. It's every Sunday morning. I get to read My Hero weekly. Like, come on, man. There's so much stuff. And then you give me all the old shit. If you're charging $5.99, I pay for that. But
Max, I'm looking on here. They really do have a lot of shit. I'm looking on here, like I'm looking at trying to see shit I think they don't have, but they have like Yu-Gi-Oh! But like when you hit Yu-Gi-Oh!, you feel me? It shows the chapter list, but then whenever you hit shit like two under it, you'll hit it and it'll be like, hey, you want the volumes? Because we got the volumes. It's like, bro, I can go to Barnes & Noble, cop the volumes. I can go to eBay, cop the volumes. Give it to me too. You have the app and you have an option to press it. I think that's what really makes me the maddest, that I can see it, but I can't read it. Like, how does that make sense? Like, how y'all are letting me know y'all have the rights to it, but y'all don't want to give it to me quite yet.
So what's not there? Like I'm trying to see.
Or at least get tiers. Give me tiers. Like,
oh yeah, like Claymore. Oh no, I can read Claymore. Claymore's all there.
Some of them are up there. Like they're surprising me, because Yu-Gi-Oh! You can read most of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Death Note, you can read all of Death Note.
And most of the big ones and a lot of the new ones you're gonna see, but some of them on here is.
Oh, they got all of Dr. Slump too. They got a lot of the big.
Oh, they got Sandland.
They got a lot of shit.
Them bitches right now. You feel me?
All right, yeah.
I have read a lot of shit on here.
That's enough of this. Shonen Jump, send us a plug. We really rock with y'all.
This one, real. This is another one. It's like not on there, and it's like, oh, I've never heard of this. Let me peep it out. And like that's me, because if you haven't peeped Promised Neverland now,
you need.
I don't know if you're gonna peep it. If you haven't peeped Phantom Seer, all the new shit, they got all the new shit, but we're reading that week to week. But at the same time, if we're done reading the new chapters from this week, what if I want to read Yu Yu Hakusho? What if I want to read whatever? And Real, I've heard of Real. I don't know. Isn't that same dude who made Slam Dunk? The dude who made Real?
I don't know.
Let me look. I'm not sure, but I know for sure they got shit on here that you can hit, and people. I know it's just a letdown for anybody to. Yeah, it is. It's the dude who made Slam Dunk and Vagabond.
Real, but like you said, that's enough.
I think it's another basketball anime, but they're in fucking wheelchairs instead of
fire. But that's enough plug for the Shonen Jump app. Y'all send us a bag, Shonen Jump. We will definitely give us a promo code. We'll definitely plug y'all every time because we love that app. But that's enough free promo. Next up, we got the JJK movie is coming December 24th. They gave a teaser photo. I'm so excited for this. We about to meet Yuta. That shit is gonna go down.
Give me some good canon. I heard it's a
Oh no,
adaptation of Volume 0.
It's 100% canon. Like this matters.
Thing, right? I love Volume 0. I love JJK, but there's some shit that it confuses me reading Volume 0 in the mix of JJK. I get it. I get exactly what they did, but there's certain things that I just want to see it polished up a little bit in the anime. I want to see it. I want to see it perfected, because I'm loving JJK. I'm caught up.
Wait, what you mean you didn't understand? Which you
Not
didn't
saying I
understand?
didn't understand, but there were certain
Oh.
things that it was like, because it goes with it, but you could tell it wasn't a direct prequel as it was like I don't want to say like a direct prequel, but it's like you could tell he wrote that, then he started writing JJK, then he made it fit. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
yeah, I feel like that was planned because,
'Cause
like,
I read that a
so are
long
you,
time ago
so are
before I
you,
read JJK
so
to a
you
certain
caught up with
extent.
everything?
Yeah, I'm caught up to well, I didn't read the chapter that dropped Sunday. But
Oh, okay.
I'm up to 152 or
But like
151.
everything that happens in Zero, like connects perfect
I
to.
read Zero after I read the Gojo backstory. You feel me? Arc. I read that right
Oh,
afterwards, and then it fucked
yeah, I
me
read
up.
it before.
And then and that's the thing, I read it before, but didn't remember anything from it because it was really before I was in the JJK. I just read it as before I read chapter 1, I'm gonna read chapter 0. And I read chapter 0 and I read chapter 1, and I kind of stopped. I'm like, I'm waiting for the
See,
anime.
no, yeah, reading chapter 0, then reading chapter 1. Nah,
And
like,
that's what I'm saying. It didn't hit the first time, but I
yeah.
wanted to reread it because I have the hard copy volume, and I was like so deep into JJK because I read the manga in like a span of 2 days, like from the end of the anime to right now, like last week or the week before.
Oh, so we can make JJK videos now.
As soon as I did it, in the middle of like, for sure, I'm week to week with that bitch. Well,
Oh, okay,
after they
lit.
come back from hiatus, but yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, it just after like I stopped reading JJK, like I stopped reading it after the Gojo arc to read volume 0. Then I picked back up and I read the rest. I want to say after the Gojo arc. I don't think I read it after Shibuya, but definitely certain things about it was like you could tell it fit perfectly, but certain things need to be tweaked a little bit. You feel me? Just for and they do have a lot of content that they could throw from that arc into the movie too. You know what I'm saying? To make it just piece together beautifully for when the next season drops as well. I think they're setting it up for a reason like this. Like, this,
but see, I don't think we're getting any.
Movie.
I don't think we're getting any Gojo backstory in. I think they're saving that for the anime, for the movie.
I feel like we might get some manga canon shit in the anime or some references to shit. You feel me?
See, I think we'll get references, but
and that's more so what I'm thinking.
They saving all that for the anime. But this looks great. The picture looks great. I'm excited for this. JJK is hitting on all cylinders. It's one of the best in Shonen Jump right now. So let's keep it going. Next up, Wonder Egg announced that the finale, the special edition, and it's going to be an hour long, is dropping on June 29th. It'll be on Hulu and Funimation. It'll be on Hulu and Funimation June 29th.
Yeah, let's get it, bro. I'm ready.
It'll be an hour long. Gonna be excited. So we'll let y'all know more about that when we watch it. But next up, Warner Brothers Animation and New Line Cinema announced on Thursday that Kenji Kamiyama, the director of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, Blade Runner, Black Lotus, and East of Eden, will direct the feature film The Lord of the Rings: The War of Rohirrim, set in the world of Middle-earth. The film by New Line Cinema is in a partnership with Warner Brothers Animation. Solo Entertainment will handle the animation studios for the film, and Warner Brothers Pictures will distribute the film. We're getting Lord of the Rings anime. Krista, how do you feel about this?
I'm pretty hype. Lord of the Rings, I'm not the super biggest, like I'm more into anime than anything, but I've been on I'm on all the classic, you know what I'm saying, nerd shit from the US, like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, all that type of shit, you feel me? So getting adaptations like this is super surprising to me, but I'm here for it because I'm here for I love when Japan does takes on American and I don't think,
the Star Wars anime. Great.
Lord of the Rings is American, but I know it was popular in the US. I want to say it's UK, right?
I think it's UK, but like America made that shit pop.
Yeah,
because of the movies.
We booted up on that bitch. Like, I ain't gonna lie, and that's one of the things. Me and my family was on it. Like, literally every year for Christmas, we would go to the movie theaters and watch Twin Towers, Fellowship of the Ring.
In America, there were Star Wars families, there were Star Trek families, there were Harry Potter families, and there were Lord of the Rings families. And sometimes they had crossovers. My family was a Star Wars, Harry Potter family. We were not a Lord of the Rings family, so I did not connect with that. But later in life, I had friends who loved it, and then I watched it. Maybe I hope the anime gets me into it, because to me, when people say the best trilogy is Lord of the Rings, I look at them and I scoff, and I'm like Star Wars doesn't exist, like Batman doesn't exist.
Trilogy, like Solo. What? It's not really a solo trilogy. You got
like Star Wars doesn't exist.
But
like
Star
Batman,
Wars is like a pack of trilogies.
I'm talking about the OG, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi versus.
See, I'm not a big Star Wars. I used to be a big Star Wars guy growing up. You feel me? Because like I was that house that was all of them. Like my stepdad was Star Trek, Star Wars, Harry Potter.
See, my dad
and
was all
fucking
of it,
Lord of the Rings.
but Lord, he just did not fuck with Middle Earth. He fucked with
Oh,
everything.
I was
but
on Middle Earth hard, and that was like on my dad's side of the family. We would like it was a Christmas ritual.
That was y'all thing,
because
real.
there was they always dropped around Christmas. You feel
They
me?
did.
So we always would eat and then go watch the movie, and then we'd be like, all right, cool, and we go home. You feel me? But I remember
Facts.
that was a part of my childhood. And I know one of my homegirls right now is reading it, and my actual girl is reading it, and they both like found out about it. Like they're like, what, you reading Lord of the Rings too? They both on the first one. I don't know what made everybody get on Lord of the Rings right now, but I'm glad it's coming back.
Amazon's about to put out a new television series. They're redoing it. They're about to do a new live action television series diving more in the books than the movies did and expanding it. It's gonna be crazy.
So we getting that, and we getting the anime. What a time to be alive. I guess after the Hobbit bag, they would sit there like, we gotta keep milking this shit. There's no way.
Well, the thing is, they're redoing it. Like they're redoing Fellowship, Twin Towers, and Return of the King all in TV mode.
And this is not anime. I was about to mention something involving it, but like with Harry Potter, I wish they would always do that with that and turn that into a series and stretch it out.
Because there was so much more.
Adaptation.
There was so much more in Harry Potter. You're so right. You're right about that.
Better cast than Isis, but there, if you like, I feel like shit like that, like these long ass books that they try to stuff into 2-hour movies. They did a great job of doing it, but it would have been so much better in the Netflix era. Like if they would have adapted this type of shit, even
HBO, Amazon.
Marshall is enough to give me a itching for like a fucking Harry Potter anime adaptation. You know what I'm saying? That could work as in a series form.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right. But next up, we got, so this is some of the stuff that Netflix did right, because it's animation, not live action. So I want to give Netflix their props. Netflix announced on Thursday, Eden Zero, streaming August 26th. Let's go. Everybody gonna get it, so we don't have to trap out the bandwidth anymore. They realize that they're missing out on their money, and so instead of putting things in Netflix jail, you dummies, y'all should just put everything out at the same time. Pretty soon,
still is in Netflix jail. It just don't be bad.
Pretty soon they'll learn. Like they're not doing that with Record of Ragnarok. They understand that American meatheads are gonna stream that this Thursday. Gonna do a video, just like me and Chris are gonna review it the next week. But I'll do a quick first shot. We'll do, I think, video. I'll probably drop that Friday, but Record of Ragnarok's dropping on Thursday, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
I'm ready for that.
I'm hyped. We're gonna review it the next week. All of it'll be out. So next Anime Talk, we'll do a full Record of Ragnarok review because it's all gonna be out. So I'm excited for that. But Eden Zero, August 26th. Speaking of that, Netflix also announced on Thursday during their Geek Week that Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway, the anime film, will be everywhere July 1st. And then they also announced that they'll be streaming Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack, Mobile Suit Gundam 1, Mobile Suit Gundam 2, Soldiers of Sorrow, Mobile Suit Gundam 3, Encounters in Space films on June 18th. But July 1st, we get the new film, and me and Chris saw a trailer for it. Chris, what did you think of the trailer? I'm excited for this. See, this is what Netflix does right.
Yeah, I love this trailer. I love seeing these Gundams, and I love seeing the characters. I'm excited for the story because at the end of the day, it's a movie, and I love Gundam movies. Like,
but you see why they do. You want to know why they do this right? Because they're the middleman. They're Funimation. They're Viz. They're the middleman. They're not making this. They're just buying this. And anybody can buy good content and put it out there.
You can low key create good content too if you pay the right people, because they created Yasuke with Mappa and a couple other people. So all they gotta do is pull them strings and make those calls. Hey, we need this person to direct. We need this person to animate. We need this person for soundtrack. As the DJ Khaled of anime, they haven't been doing a bad job so far. Because I mean, they brought back Shaman King. They've given us Eden Zero. Anybody else could have given us Eden Zero, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad Netflix gave it to them because it's looking great. And I'm excited to see what the dub's hitting on. I feel like,
I'm interested because that's an interesting thing. I would have rather. I'm gonna wait to see how it is, but I would have rather Hulu have it in Funimation have it, so we would have got it when Japan got it. Because like I hate Netflix.
Crunchyroll. I wish Crunchyroll
or VR. Yeah, I really wish Crunchyroll and VRV had it. But we shall see.
Shit on Netflix because Netflix they get good shit, but Netflix jail sucks. Netflix jail is a thing, and it makes no sense.
It makes zero sense. But next up, we got Netflix announced Shaman King will be out worldwide August 9th.
Yeah, ready for that too. Because
you couldn't wait.
Bro, I've been trying my best, bro. You remember how I was before we started? You was like, you be reading Shaman King? I was like, oh, you be watching Shaman King? I was like, no, I'm gonna wait.
I told you.
I'm gonna let the season finish. I'm gonna wait till
I knew you couldn't.
in dub. I'm gonna wait till he dropped the full season on Netflix, bro. I'm caught up. I'm like caught up reading. I read the manga, like the omnibus, the big ones have been dropping, the 3-in-1s, and I copped volume 1, finished that, reading it before I got to the episode in the, you know what I'm saying, in the new show. And I was going back and rewatching the old show after watching the new episode to compare them. And it's just, I'm so knee deep in Shaman King right now. I never thought it. I thought it was gonna be bad, but I thought I could hold. I thought it was going.
That's how I thought I was gonna wait for Eden Zero. I couldn't fucking wait.
Oh, I knew that one wasn't.
No wait. So, but
I had to peep that week to week.
That's that. Netflix also announced on Thursday that they will be making an anime film titled Bright Samurai Soul. You may know the Bright live action starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton. They're making a prequel almost that takes place in the samurai era in that world. Izo, a Ronin, and Raiden, an orc, will work together to bring a young elf girl and the wand she carries to the land of the elves in the north. So this will be the Bright universe, but in the past when samurais existed. Chris, are you excited for this?
Nope, I kept you not, bro. I love Will Smith. You know I'm a Will Smith. We had that Will Smith versus Denzel combo.
That Bright movie was trash. That gives another point to Denzel in his cap.
That's late in Will Smith's career. You know what I'm
Will Smith's career post Hancock has been
Will Smith.
You know it's true.
Drop a banger in a good decade. I'm not gonna lie to you. The last banger Will Smith dropped was whenever he did that God's Plan video. You know what I'm saying? On that rooftop. I want to say that was God's Plan, but he did that TikTok on that rooftop. That's the last hit. And that fucking Fresh Prince reunion interview.
Oh no, the last hit was that nigga looking so sad finding out that having the world find out that August Alsina was fucking shit.
Oh yeah, that pain. That was a banger. But other than that,
no.
Movie wise,
trash. And I'm not excited.
Decade.
And I'm not excited for this Bright anime, but maybe it'll be good. Netflix, you gotta show me.
Give me the trailer.
Facts. Shout out to our guy Luis, big Adult Swim guy. Me and him have been excited for the new Blade Runner series. Well, a Canadian media company, Chorus, revealed in a press release on Tuesday that Blade Runner Black Lotus anime is scheduled to premiere this fall on Adult Swim in Canada. So maybe that means we're getting it in the fall as well. So I'm excited. The new Blade Runner Black Lotus anime was a collaboration between Crunchyroll and Adult Swim. This is part of Toonami's original programming. So hopefully we get it in the fall. And speaking on Toonami, here is the new lineup starting on June 26th. I know we gave you the last lineup, but we have to have a new lineup because they added Yashahime, Princess Half Demon. So at 12 a.m. Eastern will be My Hero. So I'm gonna just do it on Central Time. So 11 a.m. Central Time. My Hero Academia. Well, 11 p.m. Central Time. My Hero Academia. 11:30 p.m. Dr. Stone. 12 a.m. Yashahime. 12:30 Food Wars. 1 a.m. Black Clover. 1:30 Naruto. 2 o'clock Attack on Titan. 2:30 Dragon Ball Super. Good for Toonami putting Yashahime in there for the people who grew up on Inuyasha and just Toonami continuing the trend of giving people new shit.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't premiere the dub on Toonami because the dub's been out for a little while. I guess the dub season just finished ending, so they just starting from the beginning. And Yashahime is one of the ones. I was rewatching Inuyasha. That's why I didn't finish Yashahime, but I was like 6-7 episodes deep because when it started, I wanted to see what it was hitting on. You feel me? Because I hadn't watched Inuyasha in forever, and I just had to see make sure they wasn't ruining it because it looked very promising. And from what I got, it was like, you know what I'm saying, a good, strong 8 out of 10. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
10 out of 10 for saying it's a callback. You know what I'm saying? 10 out of 10 for being the continuation that it was. It was like the best sequel you could have made to Inuyasha in this way. It's so fitting and so perfect in so many different ways. But I'm glad. I'm looking at the Toonami roster, like it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all got everything that y'all need on there right now. I'm like,
no complaints.
Shit is the shit I'm happy with. You feel me?
Yep. So keep doing y'all thing, Toonami. But that's all the news. I told Chris we weren't going to have discussion, but then I remembered the discussion topic that we needed to have. So that is, what is your anime Mount Rushmore? That has been a conversation on Twitter for the past week. And to me, let me tell you what Mount Rushmore is, because you have to think about how the people made it. Mount Rushmore is not necessarily the 4 best. it is the most influential on the society, the country. George Washington was the first president. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves and changed the whole structure of America. Teddy Roosevelt did the whole protecting globalization of America, pushing it out and basically being the Western power. And I think the other one's Thomas Jefferson. Isn't that the other one? On Mount Rushmore? If it is Thomas Jefferson, he wrote the Declaration of Independence. So he was important for giving us
old white men. For sure. I know that's the most accurate. Anytime anybody asks me who's on Mount Rushmore, I'm like, for sure, for white. I don't even know they're all presidents. I just know
they are.
I just know they're 4 historical figures. You feel me?
Are. So you understand when I say Mount Rushmore, it has to be people impactful. George Washington, first president. Thomas Jefferson wrote the laws, basically, and what we govern ourselves by. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, changed the entire power struggle and dynamic of the country. And Teddy Roosevelt pushed globalization. So that means impact. When it comes to anime Mount Rushmore, I can go first if you want, and you can go second, because I threw this on you late. But to me, Dragon Ball Z has to be on there. Because
to me,
you got to have Goku's face as one, because that's the George Washington. You got to have Goku's face.
Well, I'm looking at it like, you know what I'm saying?
You trying to put the best. You can't put it's got to be impact.
I'm looking at it like, because they said, like, there was a lot of different ones I saw, right? I saw one that was like shown. That was my mixtape they posted. They posted Naruto and Ichigo, right? Now,
this shit was trash.
Homies, and his shit kind of went viral. Like Heavenly was retweeted. And he was like, "This is the new gen." He was like, Tanjiro, Yuji, Asta, and I can't believe I'm blanking. Oh, was it Deku?
It had to be Deku.
Yeah, it had to be Deku. So that was like the new gen one, and I was like, okay, I see what y'all are doing. You feel me? Old gen shonen, new gen shonen. But if we're talking anime, like all anime, you feel me? We have to have. I feel like Dragon Ball has to be on there. Dragon Ball held it down for anime. Goku,
but let's do shonen. Let's do shonen because we're a predominantly shonen show, and we're talking of all time. So I'm not putting any new gen on this. We're talking shonen all time. Dragon Ball Z has to be on there. Goku's face. He is the George Washington of this shit. He has to be on there.
I feel like if we look at my personal Mount Rushmore, you know what I'm saying? It would be Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu. I'm just playing out. But Dragon Ball got to be on there. You got to give Goku props.
Goku has to be on there. That is
Goku.
Where you going? Let's talk about
Luffy.
This one.
It has to be Luffy. There's no way Luffy's not on Luffy's got to be up there. You feel me? Luffy's like, I feel like One Piece is worthy. If Luffy's not up there next to Goku, Luffy would have to replace Goku. I gotta keep it a beanie weenie, bro. Luffy gotta be up there. As far as anime as a whole, he did that, man. Luffy gotta be up there, man. I feel like the West may not agree. The West may not look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in US might not say it. But if Goku there, I don't see a world where Goku makes the Mount Rushmore, but Luffy don't.
But Goku okay. I'm with you that Luffy has to because of the worldwide popularity and impact. Based upon impact is my whole thing. So Luffy has to be on there. But I think Naruto has to be on there too.
If it came down to Naruto and Luffy,
I think they both have to be on there because of the impact that they both do. Naruto is known worldwide and is the biggest thing in the West. The impact that Naruto had on shonen in the West is huge. I think they both have to be on there. I think they both do.
This is where people gonna be mad at us.
I think they both do.
I don't think Ichigo makes it.
Ichigo does not. Okay. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is
Ichigo makes it.
Dragon Ball Z is the father. One Piece is the longest running, beat all the records. One Piece is kind of Thomas Jefferson, if you will. Naruto is Abraham Lincoln, changing the dynamic. You could even say Naruto's Teddy Roosevelt for pushing it to America. Naruto is representing the West in just the popularity of America and what he means.
When you look at just the big scale of anime, the two big ones are, you know what I'm saying, Dragon Ball and One Piece. But when you look at the West,
it's Naruto and Dragon Ball.
Naruto and Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to give it that off of the strength of like Naruto was on some worldwide shit. Like there's like UFC fighters that reference Naruto. Like they had a fight the other day, like
where he was doing Rock Lee. Yeah, no,
walked out to the Pain fucking thing.
They had two fights on Saturday. One dude walked out to the Pain soundtrack. The other dude did Rock Lee moves at the end of his fight. So
see, that's why Luffy has to be there too, because Luffy spans so many generations. And while I look at Goku as that grandfather generation, Naruto was kind of that next generation, because we grew, well, you kind of grew up on Naruto too, and I kind of
Yeah.
did as well. But I know 90s, Dragon Ball had that shit on lock. Early 2000s, Naruto had that shit on lock. One Piece was killing it in Japan, but One Piece ain't get hot in America till 2010s. You feel me? Till like
Now-
2010 to right now. And people was reading the manga when the Shonen Jump app was out. But as far as the anime, we had 4 kids, and that was it. And we didn't have Crunchyroll. We didn't have all these, you know what I'm saying? We
The
didn't have all these sub sites where you could watch shit. We had YouTube.
is the final spot Sailor Moon?
Oof.
Is the final spot Sailor Moon? Because it's not Bleach. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. You're not gonna have 3 big 3 on the Mount Rushmore. It's not Bleach. Is it? I'm gonna give you some choices. Is Sailor Moon one of them?
I gotta hear the other choices, because Sailor Moon could be, but I don't know if who'd be
Is
who would
Light?
beat it.
Is Light one of them?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Is Edward Elric one of them for what? And let me tell you why. Edward Elric, without Full Metal Alchemist, you don't get things like Attack on Titan. You don't get this whole new Promised Neverland style, Attack on Titan style anime where it's story driven, shonen, less so action. Where like that's a name. So we got Edward Elric, we got Sailor Moon. I'm gonna get. I said Light, but you said no to Light off rip. Okay, would a Gundam face be up there to represent mechs? Is that an option?
No, because I don't think there's a Gundam face. I don't even think there's a Gundam face to represent Gundams. For me, it would be Gundam Wing. You know what I'm saying? Hero, somebody.
That's
like
what I was
Hero
thinking.
Or Zero. But I don't even think there's an honest face of Gundam, being that, Iron Blood Orphans is out, being that Mobile Suit Gundam is the OG one is a thing, and that's the original. And they got Thunderbird, I want to say, and they have G Gundam, which is another one of my personal favorites. If now I would consider to be the face, but I don't think Gundam has a specific one face that you could put on the Mount Rushmore.
But think about
anything, you'd have to put the Gundam's face.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, the Gundam from Gundam Wing face.
Well, yeah, because they remixed that design so many times that they could put that up there. But
so I think
it was manga, I feel like you would have to put Guts. But if we're talking Guts anime specifically, I don't think.
But Guts is seinen. We're talking shonen.
Oh yeah, we are talking specifically shonen.
We're talking specifically shonen. Guts is seinen. So that's why I asked: is it Sailor Moon, Edward Elric, or the Gundam face? To me, those are the 3. And let me tell you why more for Edward Elric. You don't get Code Geass without Full Metal Alchemist. You don't get Parasite without Full Metal Alchemist. You don't get Noragami. You don't get some of these, like, I can keep going of these.
I'm gonna say fuck it, man. When we talking shonen, and we got Luffy up there, Goku up there, we got Naruto up there. There's nobody else, period, that we could put up there besides Deku.
Oh,
niggas not gonna like that answer.
Shit.
Niggas really not gonna like that answer.
As the new gen,
but Deku.
I'm glad you said Deku. I'm so glad. The Spike Spiegel's face deserved to be there, and that's just like
not over Deku.
Not over Deku.
And so that's a weird thing to say. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
because
saying
it's Impact. You're not wrong. It's Impact. It is Impact. That, like, Mount Rushmore does not mean best. Mount Rushmore means Impact. So
My Hero got these kids going crazy like we were going crazy.
That's a fact. For Naruto, so you really think Deku over Sailor Moon?
Yeah, because Sailor Moon has a certain bag, but as far as shonen, it was booted up, like it was up there, but it wasn't. Yeah, I'd glad. Say above Bleach. I'd say above Bleach. I'd say above a lot of that. I'd probably even say above Gundam. You know what I'm saying? I'd say Sailor Moon's up there because for me growing up, Sailor Moon was a pinnacle, and Sailor Moon's still a pinnacle. The new movie just dropped on Netflix, and everybody's been watching that.
Okay,
I've been want to watch it, but I've been waiting for a good off day to watch it. But
I'll remove my Edward Elric pick for your pick. And I think this will be the anime talk Mount Rushmore based upon Impact.
I don't think she's above Edward Elric though. You feel me?
No.
Sailor Moon not above. Edward would be close for him.
Edward, I think Edward is the only other option besides and your Deku reason is just to represent the new gen. And it makes sense. If you're not representing the new gen, I think it has to be Edward Elric. But to encapsulate all of anime, Deku has to be there. So our Mount Rushmore we have 2 options. We have Mount Rushmore 1A and Mount Rushmore 1B. Mount Rushmore 1A is Goku, Luffy, Naruto, and Deku. Mount Rushmore 1B is Goku, Luffy, Naruto, Edward Elric. Let us know how you feel about this. Let us know your Mount Rushmore in the comments. Let us know if we're crazy. If you think shit Light should be on there. If you think Yusuke should be on there. If you think Gon should be on there. Let us know how you feel.
We can't get this. Like we shouldn't get this on. We shouldn't get anybody to Photoshop this because we will get. Bro, we gonna blow Twitter up. Twitter is gonna fucking flame us. They gonna be like, "Fuck Deku, put Asta." You know, niggas ride hard for this shit no matter what. Niggas gonna be like,
"Oh, we're clipping this. This is clippable."
What's his name? Fucking what about Kaneki? Trying to throw everybody under the sun in that bitch.
Oh, the bleach niggas gonna be like, Ichigo.
Man, I love Bleach, dog. I really.
It's not there. The fact that you did not say Yusuke, which is one of your favorites, says so much about growth and you understanding the actual discussion. Like, you can't, as much as I love Yusuke does not have the impact that these others have. And if
outside of this context, I would never say this, but Ichigo over Yusuke in this sense, I'd pick Ichigo for the Mount Rushmore
because it's about impact, and
not my personal Mount Rushmore.
But Ichigo's impact does not equal what Deku means for this new gen, and it does not equal the impact on what Edward Elric and the storytelling of Full Metal Alchemist had on the entire thing of shonen. So yes, Bleach gave us, without Bleach you don't get JJK, but you can say the same thing about Naruto. You can say the same thing about Hunter x Hunter. You don't get JJK without any of those as well. But without Full Metal Alchemist, there's a whole family of things you don't get. Without Naruto, there's whole families of things you don't get. Without Dragon Ball, there's whole families of things you don't get. Without One Piece, there's families. I think you could take Bleach away from the lexicon of anime, and I don't think that much changes. I think if you take away One Piece, Naruto, in Dragon Ball Z, anime looks completely different. And I think if you take away My Hero for all the stuff that's coming new, the new gen looks different. And I think if you take away Full Metal Alchemist, anime looks different as well.
Facts. I do think so as well.
That's what Mount Rushmore is. If you take away
Full Metal Alchemist would be something for a different Mount Rushmore. I feel like you could put Edward Elric, Light Yagami, Eren Yeager, and then somebody else on a Mount Rushmore and have their own kind of one, because they got a special like psychological thriller.
And that's why, but that's why I say Edward is a potential for the fourth spot, because you got to think that's still shonen, but it's a big group of things.
I don't even know if I'd put Edward Elric above Ichigo.
See, I would, because I think Full Metal Alchemist, when you look at every ranker list that's on the internet, when you type in best shonen anime of all time, on majority of the list, Full Metal Alchemist is top 5 on majority of the list. Naruto's in that top 5. I've seen One Piece. Those three are majority there. Ichigo is always falling in the 10-15. And like I said, when you think of impact, if you take away Full Metal Alchemist, there's slews of anime that don't exist. But if you take away Bleach, I think we still get JJK and Demon Slayer. I think we still do.
I don't know. I don't think we get JJK without Bleach. Not with the same art style. Not saying that.
Not the same art style, but I think the story's the same. I think the story, Krista, that you, as much as people tell me the story's Bleach, I see Naruto and Hunter x Hunter so much more in the story. Now, in the art style, yes, I agree with you. That's Bleach. But in the story and how the characters, and
the whole aesthetic, I feel of the vibe.
But the characters,
which I feel like sells it.
Who the characters are in the story to me feels so much Naruto and Hunter x Hunter. And even the power systems Hunter x Hunter too. Like
I wouldn't say Full Metal. I'd say Bleach over Full Metal.
All right, well, let's see.
Especially because a lot of the new gen is inspired by both. But I feel like the big three was a big three for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like that, as far as most influential, because Full Metal was around that same time, but Full Metal is more of one of those, like, it's a classic for your anime. Like, it's up there as far as, like, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't get Attack on Titan without Full Metal. You don't get fucking. We could keep. Hold on. You don't get Promised Neverland without.
I get that too, but to me, and this is just me, I just don't.
That's you hating.
I don't want to say Full Metal Alchemist is overrated, because that's a whole nother bag.
That's what you're doing.
But I am kind of saying that Full Metal Alchemist, I can't give it that much credit. I can give it great credit, but as far as for what it did and what it was,
the comments gonna flame you. I already know the YouTube.
I love Full Metal Alchemist. Like, whenever I watched it, it was one of I binged it.
The YouTube comments gonna get you because you denying the impact.
Really fuck with it. I'm
know
not denying the impact. I'm just saying it's not I really don't want to say it's not that impactful because I grew up on it. It was on Adult Swim. I know everybody fucks with it, but like when you talk about, I don't see really people talking about Full Metal and people are still talking about Bleach and they both are old. You know what I'm saying?
you don't
see
I disagree.
on the timeline, I see people
think
on the regular bringing up Bleach. Full Metal don't really pop up in those conversations unless you're specifically talking about
the best.
And not the best, and not even
But
really
that's
just
my
the best,
thing.
but your personal top. People are gonna be like, "What's in my top?" Okay, Full Metal, and that's always gonna be in the top. Maybe
That's
top
always
5, not even the top 10. But when people are talking anime, what conversations does Edward Elric pop up into?
That's a good
what
point.
conversations do? Matter of fact, I saw the villain, one of the villains of Full Metal,
the homunculus
on the timeline this week. The black-haired
yeah, you talking about the homunculus, Greed?
Yeah, it was a homunculus. Yeah, Greed. The one that had they had showed him and they would talk about him on the timeline today. I just remember seeing it and I was like, this is the first time I've seen Full Metal on the
I will say
timeline in a minute.
But see, to me, I think the fact that I understand that it's not really conversational because I do concede that point to you that
to me it's like
Bleach is talked about. But when when you have so many people saying that, when you say who's your top 5, and consistently majority of people and majority of lists has that in the top 5, that's impact. Like, I understand it's not a conversation starter, but if it's always in everyone's top 5, that means that it's known. We don't even have to discuss it. It's there. I
don't know, because if we talking about that,
because that's impact too.
I don't think Dragon Ball Z makes everybody's top 5.
But see,
I guess Dragon Ball Z did have that impact.
You can't. We're not gonna do this, Chris, because if you take Dragon Ball Z away from existence, there's 2 people on Mount Rushmore.
That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you look at people's top 5s, like if we going off specifically how many people have whatever in top 5,
that's just
Dragon
one
Ball's in our nostalgia top 5. But as far as if we looking at from forever,
but see, my thing is I'm using multiple, like when I'm doing this, I'm using it's multiple sliders. Like Dragon Ball Z's top 5 sliders low, but the impact on everything else is through the roof. So that impact's so high that it has to put
This is the thing that I'm saying, right? All right.
But I already said Deku. Your pick on Deku, that's number 1. That's the one that won. I was just arguing for why the backup is Edward Elric. That's all.
I feel like Edward Elric, he with the whole Full Metal, it's up there as far as quality, right? Like how you saying top 5.
And wait, and like you said, the Gundam face has to be there. You don't have to put Edward Elric's face there. You could put Alphonse's mask on the thing.
Even then, because I don't even want to say it like that. I'm just looking at it as far as the impact is impactful for what it is. It's goated content, but it's not.
You know what we're gonna do?
Like how many times have you rewatched?
Oh, a lot.
Alchemist.
A lot.
You watch Full Metal Alchemist? A
lot. I rewatch it at least once a year. I think that's just you.
Cold. It's cold, but it ain't that cold.
I think you're the minority. I'm telling you. Let's find out the comments. Y'all let us know in the comments how y'all feel about this conversation. Also, Chris, I'm telling you, at DreamCon,
strongly about it. They kind of
when we go to DreamCon, we're gonna take a poll. I'm a film and I'm gonna have a mic, and me and you gonna go up to people and ask.
I just don't want it to look like I'm a Full Metal Alchemist hater, because
no, you don't.
There. Like if you look at my rating on my anime list, it's up there. I just don't think it's a 10 out of 10.
And we're gonna count how many cosplayers they have as Full Metal Alchemist people versus Bleach, and we're gonna see. We're gonna ask questions. This is gonna be to be continued, but we want to know your Mount Rushmore. Tweet at us at ChrisSJE, at LynBWT, or get into the YouTube comments and let us know what you think. It's time to get into the review. Let's start off with Eden Zero. We're just gonna talk about the series as a whole, because we're not gonna review each episode individually, because we obviously realize not all of y'all are watching it. We're just gonna tell y'all about what's going on right now and how we feel.
We're gonna tell y'all again, because we already let y'all know. We let y'all know with the manga what to watch out for it, and now I hope y'all watching it in August, because damn it, bro, we told y'all already.
It's amazing.
With a monster, and it's really the monster we said it was gonna be.
Man, I love everything about Homura. The fight that they did with Homura in this. Oh, spoiler alert! If you're not watching Eden Zero, just skip ahead. We review My Hero and Tokyo Revengers in a little bit. Y'all don't want to miss those conversations, because those are gonna be great. But just real quick, the Homura stuff looks great. The fucking Chronoflage looks great. The Eden Zero ship looks great. I love that Weiss's characterization. I love the Shiki stuff, the etchy stuff of them in the bubbles. They did it tastefully. Everything about this Eden Zero so far has been amazing.
It's been my thing is, if you're a fan of Fairy Tail and you like Fairy Tail, you like Rave Master, you like Mashima's art style, you like his writing comedy, I don't see how you could not like Eden Zero. So I'm just recommending that to anybody who isn't on it already that's a fan of Mashima's other works. And also, if you're not a fan of Fairy Tail, I don't want that to turn you off of watching this, because this is definitely its own bag. It's the same creator, but it's a whole different story, whole different world, whole different aesthetic, same heart. So a lot of people love that heart of Fairy Tail, but a lot of people didn't like the corniness of the, the power of friendship being the
That's not there.
save all. And there's shit that happens in here. Like, there's definitely that element to it of shonen. Every shonen has the friendship thing in it,
But it's
they
not
don't go
like
crazy
Fairy
with it
Tail.
like Fairy
Yeah.
Tail. Like, it's definitely not there. It's more
These-
of a great story than
These
that. That's not
episodes
to
are
shit on
so
Fairy Tail.
good that this is Eden Zero is going to be up there for the Anime Talk Awards. It will be. I'm just letting y'all know. Watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm
August
gonna give
26th.
this 1 or 2 for sure.
It's up there. It is up there. So if you have one or two things you liked about these episodes that we just saw, let us know.
I love the fights, bro. Green haired homie, I forget his name. Jin. I love the fight with Shiki and Jin. I love all the Homura scenes are amazing. I love Rebecca. Everything that I love about the manga, I love in the anime. I love the fact that Rebecca is just a boss ass female lead.
Yeah, she's not like
especially in comparison to Lucy. Yeah.
To Lucy,
What's the other girl's name? Ellie. They're both cool, but this is like what I feel like Mashima has finally mastered his archetype of character.
The characters, yeah.
Rave Master was cool and Fairy Tail was cool, and this is not me slighting Fairy Tail, because I understand how crazy good Scarlet is, and how crazy good just the whole cast is. A lot of people like Gray, a lot of people like Natsu.
But
this is a different bag.
This is a better cast. This is a better cast.
And that's saying a lot, because the other cast was people
like
love the other cast.
Urza's amazing. Like, don't get it twisted. Urza is amazing, but the fact that Weiss is better than Gray, in my opinion. Shiki's better than Natsu, in my opinion. Rebecca's better than Lucy. Facts. This Happy's better than Happy. And even if you don't want to count Happy versus Happy, Pino is better than Happy. And I love all of the different sisters. So.
Oh, yeah. And I love Homura, who I feel like is her own standalone thing.
Facts.
She doesn't really mimic too many. Aesthetically, some of these characters are familiar, but that's just his art style. You know what I'm saying? But I love all the characters in this show, from the villains to the heroes, and we still haven't met a lot of my favorite characters. But even the Bubble villain was like, he was super ugly, super grotesque. He reminded me of a Dragon Ball villain, low key. I don't want to say grotesque, but he was an ugly motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the villain he would be. He looked like the sick dude. It's just been a fun ride so far. Animation's been hitting, pacing has been hitting, soundtrack has been hitting.
That's a fact.
I'm very proud of what they've done with it so far. I can't wait to see the dub when it drops on Netflix. Hopefully they got the dub dropping the same time.
And we'll do a full season review when the drops on Netflix, when everybody can watch it, and just let y'all know our thoughts. So all right, let's get to our weekly reviews. What you want to start with, My Hero or Tokyo Revengers?
We can start with My Hero, because I got too much energy for Tokyo Revengers. I know you got a lot of energy for My Hero
too. You sleep on My Hero, bro.
I'm not sleep on My Hero, but Tokyo Revengers really fucked me up.
Yeah, Tokyo Revengers is great. I can't even stunt.
Tears over that shit. I'm gonna get more into it when we talk about that. But Tokyo Revengers, every episode has proven to me that it's getting better and better than I expected it to be. And every episode, my expectations get higher, and it still exceeds those expectations. I'm sitting there like, how is it this good? That shit fucked me up super bad. I don't know how the manga's this deep, and I haven't heard about it until the anime adaptation.
See, that's not true. Don't do that. I told you about Tokyo Revengers before we even got to this point.
No.
I did. Anime Talk Faithful. It was about a year ago. Because you remember, I read the first 5 chapters and I was like, wait, I'm waiting for the manga. It was right when we was talking about, we heard
I remember you did tell me about that, because you were hyped about the anime.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, it wasn't like...
It wasn't talked about. I say that, but I definitely said something. That's how I told you about Holy Land.
Like, now I remember you said it, but I don't remember it from,
because we talked about Delinquents, and I was like,
there's so many words that, like Jujutsu Kaisen, I was well aware of a good 2 years before the anime.
Yeah, no, this one, I wasn't up on this one like some of the others. I will admit
you
that.
definitely put me on it, but I'm saying, like, as far as just me seeing it, like, there was no escaping Jujutsu Kaisen hype, like, in Demon Slayer anime territory. Like, you were getting the Demon Slayer anime and niggas was already hyping up when we getting JJK, dog, and you dropping panels. Like, I knew what Sukuna looked like before I even knew who Yuji was. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I feel you on that.
This one is like, I kind of, and I get it. It's not a crazy power system kind of thing. It's different, but it's gonna go down in history as one of those.
One of the best. No, that's
for
a fact.
We can even start with that one if you want, because we'd already.
Well, I got my hero up, so let's get it.
Let's go with my hero.
Episode 99, our brawl. It's an all-out brawl as the last two teams from Class A and Class B fight it out. Deku ends up controlling his power. We find out that it's Black Whip. He talks to Daigoro Banjo to settle him down. He says you got to use it from your emotions. He finds out that he has 6 quirks. He's going to have to unlock them as they come. Him and Shinso battle. Deku and Class A end up getting the victory, and Shinso ends up getting accepted into the new class or whatever. And the episode ends with, them talking like, yeah, Shinso, we accept you, plus Ultra. And the arc's pretty much over with episode 99. Crystal, what'd you think of episode 99? I love the fight. I love the fact y'all get to see Deku having Black Whip. But the reason why I'm loving this is because this arc is pretty much done. And we right around the corner from My Villain Academia.
Yes.
We're literally not this week, next episode, we're going to be reviewing My Villain Academia. It'll have 1 episode in it.
Man, I feel weird. About it. You know what I'm saying? Because I really am lost at how we're about to get this transition, but I'm definitely feeling a lot better.
I'm gonna point it out to you with the next episode, because the next
episode we about to review,
episode 100, set it up.
But don't spoil it.
I'm
not. You know what I'm saying, but I know for sure I'm happy to be done with this fucking little tournament thing, whatever this was. I'm so glad to have this done with. It feels like this is the hardest I've ever had watching My Hero. My Hero up until this point has been all killer, no filler, and this felt like filler canon.
This felt like filler.
The best thing about it is that you get to see some canon shit about what's going on with it.
See,
not this episode. This episode.
Yeah, okay.
Not this episode. This episode, the next episode saved me. These are the 2 best episodes of the season. I did like seeing certain parts of this.
I'd say the last 4 episodes, episode 199, 98, the start of the Deku fight, and then the Bakugo fight, 97. I'd say those four were the best. Plus the early episode with Hawks and Endeavor, episode 90. I'd say those are all the best. And the Ida fight was good too. I'm not gonna let you do that. The Ida and Shoto fight was fire because Ida went off.
Ida showed out. I wasn't fucking with the Todoroki aspect of that. I definitely fucked with Ida. Ida showed out. Todoroki did not show out. What's son's name from the first fight?
Kaminari.
Kaminari.
And Tokiomi showed out.
Tokiomi for sure showed out. But certain people didn't show out that much.
It was the middle of it. The Yao Momo fight, episode 93, episode 94, episode 95. All of those were like the middle of the arc. Yeah, and literally episode 93, 94, and 92.
That's what made it so painful, that little stretch. Even Frappe low-key showed out. Now I really fucked with how she showed up. She really did her thing too.
This was better than the Gentle arc.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's way better than the Gentle arc. But the thing is, that was so quick to me. It happened so fast. It wasn't paced bad. I felt like it was over before I knew it.
This did go by a little slower than I thought.
And then the Gentle arc was on the ass end of the Overhaul arc. So it's like great transition into the next arc. But you're transitioning into this. And it's like this. I really was. The beginning of it was better than the middle of it to me. Like I liked the first one with Tsuyu and Dinky and
Tokiomi.
Just that middle stretch was the worst because I didn't like I was super hyped for the Todoroki shit and that let me down. I got some good shit with Ida, and Ida saved those 2 episodes for sure. I love seeing, you know what I'm saying, the whole backstory of him pulling his little.
You about to see Horikoshi setting you up, bro.
And Todoroki, the next episode he showed his ass. That last one, I wasn't fucking with it, and I wasn't even fucking with Bakugo and his fight.
Oh no, see, I was fucking with Bakugo. You sleep. Bakugo showed
growth. Annoyance to me.
You just don't like his attitude and his talking, but he had growth.
He's just like an annoying character. But yeah, for sure. I feel like he had as much growth as he should have, but I feel like he should be exceeding. You feel me? I feel like Todoroki should be exceeding. I feel like
Todoroki
Deku show, man. Like they used to really show all the characters a lot of love, and right now I feel like all the characters are getting kind of nerfed for the sake of them not being able to be as strong as Deku.
I see. Funny you say that. I think Bakugo is clearly the #1 hero in this class right now.
I don't know about all that. I
think it's clear. Like Deku is not there yet, and I think Deku's second. I think he's tied with Todoroki for second. But shit, I could say Tokiomi's right up there with Deku and Todoroki right now. But I think Bakugo is clearly number one. Clearly.
Man, I guess I'm just a Bakugo hater.
Yeah.
So you think
Deku's number one for real right now?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Maybe that's just the manga reading.
Tokoyomi, maybe.
I think Tokiomi's tied with Deku right now at this point. I think him and Deku are tied with Todoroki.
Tied for the number one spot.
Number two. Number two.
I can't give it to Bakugo, man. Bakugo is just.
You saw how he saved Jiro and how he was moving around. Nobody could. Bakugo 5-0'd all of them so fast by himself.
Yeah, that was cool.
Look at you, hating.
That was cool or whatever.
What you rate? But speaking since Deku's your number one, I know you had to like the Shinso fight.
I did.
How you feel about his power, with his new power, with his black whip, his venom tendrils?
It was cool. I just gotta see what's up with because the next episode they explained it and they kind of explained how he's gonna control it and everything. It's cool so far. You know what I'm saying? My thing was it was weird whenever he was like, this is a power, you know what I'm saying? It's not a power I'm gonna use soon. That's a weird thing for you to say like that. You know what I'm saying? I get it, what it was supposed to mean and what it did mean and why he said it. But to me, it felt forced. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I did like the actual power. I like the fact that the vestige is communicating with him and it's some heart shit. You feel me? But I didn't like the fact that he said that shit in that fight and as a setup for the next episode for him to be like, huh. But on the other hand,
but he's not ready for it though. He really not.
We get to the next episode. I do like that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole unlock thing. Yeah. I love that aspect of it. So I feel mixed feelings about it because the way he used it to where like I said this, so it's going off of it was just too convenient for him to learn it like that. But I definitely am super a fan of what's about to come out of this power because motherfuckers at the end of this episode, all the teachers were like, all right, so let's do an assessment real quick. Deku, what the fuck was going on with you, nigga? Because that shit, what is going on? None of us knew about that. You don't even look like you knew what was going on. You gotta say something, dog. Everything was cool until that shit happened.
And All Might was like, what the fuck? And All Might, you need to say something too, because y'all keep sneaking off. And Bakugo's like, you niggas gotta stop clowning, bro.
Something sus about this. Somebody gotta explain something. I like how they addressed that straight out the gate. They were like, all right, guys, huddle up. You, what the fuck, man? I really did like that because it was a big what the fuck moment. Because I love seeing, you know, I feel like they had to have put Mineta and Acid Girl together with Deku and Ochako just to be like, all right, let's have the bullshit niggas in there so we can focus on the good niggas. But at the same time, Mineta does his typical.
He shined. He had his bounce. He figured out he can bounce on his thing.
Exactly.
His grape soda tax.
He had his own shit, and it was very comedic. It wasn't like he was a waste of space. He did the perv thing, but not long after that, she was all like, hey, can we get this nigga in trouble? Like this nigga, some bitch shit. He was like, come on, dog. He was like, that was actually an accident that time. He was like, I wasn't really trying to perv out. And that was kind of funny because it was just like, he really wasn't. He really showed up.
He really did his thing.
It was real quick. I just thought that was super comical because in the moment I was like, that's about right. And then afterwards they readdressed it and it was like, that's funny. I like how they called back to it. It wasn't like they were glorifying the weirdness. It was just like they made it actually comedic.
What you giving episode 99, 1 through 5?
Honestly, I'll give it a strong 4.5, 4.6.
That's where I was at.
It was entertaining as fuck for me.
It was a great episode. So let's jump to episode 100.
And then the whole thing with Ochako blushing too. Like how she was like, they were like, you was hugging the shit out of Deku, dog. And she was like, nah, I mean, I was just acting in the moment. I was trying to save that nigga low key. I was like, nah, stop.
It was awesome.
Some horny teens, bro.
So the next episode is as the class battles concludes, Midoriya works with All Might on Bakugo on learning more about his new power. They start talking more about what's up with what's going on with his power. And then the episode continues with Bakugo and Todoroki taking their final test for them to get their licenses. They end up getting their licenses. And as they're going home, they end up fighting this villain. And on the screen before they fight the villains, when the kids are watching the news and they're talking about this company, the name comes over is Dinnerrat. And they talk about how they make support weapons. And then when you watch the villain who ends up fighting Todoroki and Bakugo, his support gauntlets break and they talk about that he's gotten them off the black market. That's the tie to My Villain Academia.
Okay, so now I'm seeing what's about to go. All right, but
that episode, like, you're gonna have to. This is one of those episodes that when My Villain Academia happens, if you go rewatch it, this episode told you so much. It's so important for what's to come, because I'm not gonna say what Dinner Rat's ties is to the black market of the support stuff, but just know it has to do with that company and how, because I know you remember when his water gauntlets, they just broke, and Bakugo was like, nigga, how your shit broke? And that random superhero came out of nowhere looking like he was staged and was like, oh yeah, this is support weapons. He got it off the black market. And them niggas was like, huh? So just keep in mind that nigga, Dinner Rat, and support weapons. And that's how we're going to get into My Villain Academia. I'm so ready.
Man. I like this episode more than the last episode because
episode was great. We're finally moving.
Sure. Yeah, I like the little mini training shit with All Might and Deku and Bakugo.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny as hell seeing Bakugo be like, man, you're not even using the fucking power, nigga. Why am I even here?
I'm out. And then when he gets back and Todoroki's like, yo, what's up with this? You got 2 quirks now? Is it one quirk? And Bakugo's like, this nigga's smart, but he's still dumb as bricks. He should be able to figure this out.
And then with the 2 quirk thing, the whole thing, like, you got multiple quirks, and then the whole
Monoma couldn't copy it because
copy his shit and couldn't
it was explaining One for All more how it's.
I did like that.
It's a storage quirk. That's what it's one quirk that stores other quirks.
I like the way they set that up.
It
makes me feel like they set up there for a specific reason.
Oh yeah, and then they set up Aries quirk as well too.
I feel like Aries was.
Yep. Nope. Everything you just said. 100%.
This was a great episode as far as just exposition.
It was
a lot of good exposition, a lot of good character banter. Everything I hate about Bakugo, he toned it down for this episode. Honestly, like he felt very Vegeta in this episode.
It was growth.
He was endearing. He was
growth, baby.
But that whole past 5 episodes, he was just jerk Bakugo typical, and he still was in this episode, but it was more endearing than usual. And I'm
telling you, Crystal, we're here for it.
And Todoroki was even more badass in this episode. Froze that whole water fucking street up. He was like, nah, I don't hear this.
The growth is coming, but man, next episode, I'm letting y'all know I'm not excited for it. I'm not excited for the next episode. It's the filler episode before Villain Academia. Next episode is a Christmas party. Nigga, we're in July.
Let's go.
The only thing that happens in the next episode that's important is Todoroki asked Deku and Bakugo a question. And that's all I'm going to say on that. He asked them a question, and because they're about to go on winter break. So we got to figure out what that question is.
You know what I'm saying? A little preview.
So what do you rate episode 100?
I'll give it a 4.8.
Yeah, this was high. I'm giving it
4.7, but I'll give it a 4.8 being off the hype. I just watched it. I'm hype off of it.
I'm giving it a 4.8 as well. I thought that was a very important episode. Next week, even though it's going to be a Christmas party episode, make sure you pay attention to everything next week. Next week, they're going to be dropping hints. They're going to be dropping a lot of stuff because the following week, My Villain Academia starts, baby. I hope, Chris, I hope they change the whole, like, style. I hope we have a new intro. Like, you know how we see All Might before when like we get the title card? I hope we see All for One. Like, instead of seeing heroes in the in-between, I hope we see Shigaraki, his likes, his dislikes, Toga, her likes. Like, I hope they switch it all up to where it's strictly villains and we don't see anything about the heroes.
Yeah, I just know it's a missed opportunity if they don't go all out with this. Because it's a big thing, and I love the fact that it's a big thing. And I hope they do go all out with it. I feel like why would you not? That's a perfect opportunity to go crazy with it.
I agree 150%. So let's jump to Tokyo Revengers now. We got 2 episodes. Episode 9, Revolt. After receiving some information from Naoto, Takamichi goes to the parking lot where Draken is supposed to die. He finds Draken taking on Mobius all on his own. Takamichi and Mitsuya try to help Draken, but they're overwhelmed by the number of Mobius members. It was the person behind the Draken hunting. The person behind the Draken hunting showed himself, and it turned out to be Paya, Pachin. Oh, no, Paya, because Pachin's in jail, and Paya's the one that brought the knife. and was tripping, and Mikey comes is like, nah, dog, you tripping. And then Arla Toman comes and fights Mobius, and this other guy was like, I'm here to break y'all up. I don't fuck with you, Mikey. And Mikey was like, nigga, I'm about to whoop your fucking ass. But then the episode ends with Paya and Mikey making up, but fucking Kiyomasa ends up stabbing Draken, and fucking Takamichi sees him on the ground, bloodied up, stabbed.
Yeah, that was some bitch made shit, bro. I shed real tears behind that episode, bro. That was some fucked up shit, son. Did Mikey see it in that episode? Because there was a certain thing that Mikey saw some shit. Like Mikey saw some shit and was like, he flashed out for a second. But I think
that's the next episode.
I know for sure one of them episodes or both of them episodes really got me. I'm not gonna lie, both of them.
Because I think the episode just ends with Takamichi seeing
Kiyomasa get stabbed.
Yeah,
right.
Kiyomasa
stab Draken.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit fucked me up. I thought he was really about to stop him from getting stabbed. And at the end of the episode, I was really left hanging, thinking that Draken was dead. I thought they killed my nigga Draken.
And this is why I had to. Son. Once I read this chapter, I continued reading the whole thing in one night. I was
like, damn, y'all killed my nigga Draken. That's fucked up. I'm like, why would you? I was so conflicted.
I was ready to get
because the way they set it up.
I was ready to get the dragon tattoo on my head with the RIP, man.
I'm like, man, that's such a bunch of bitch ass niggas in that gang, son. They was on some bitch ass shit.
Oh yeah, like, fuck bitch ass Mobius
is a bitch.
And Paya, the nigga fighting for Pachin, fuck that nigga Paya. And Mikey just accept his ass because he feel that he was being manipulated. But nah, nigga, stop. Be a smart nigga and you can't be living in your feelings, getting manipulated by some mastermind who we still don't know who he is yet. Like, you bitch nigga. Fuck you, Paya. Hate all them niggas.
Who the fuck is that dude with the colorful Mikey?
Wait, the one that's fighting with Mikey?
Yeah, who's the one that's fighting with Mikey right now? The colorful hair dude. He's like blonde and black hair.
That's the leader of Mobius.
Shuji Hanma?
Yeah, that's the leader of Mobius right now.
Bro, he had me fucking hot. I was mad because Mikey threw that kick and he just blocked that shit with a little smirk. I was like, you a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even fuck with you, son. I was like, you on some bitch shit. He seemed strong, but there was I don't know if it was this episode or the next episode where Mikey just put that 2-piece on his little bitch ass. I was like, yeah,
that was the next episode.
That's what happened to your bitch ass. But no, he a bitch. Like, whenever he first pulled up, I'm like, why are you even here? And you seem like a bitch. And he was like, you don't know who I am, huh? I'm that nigga. I'm like, you really not. I'm like, you really just walked into an ass whooping.
You really the first real villain of the story. So like, you're really not that nigga.
You're Radish. You better sit your fucking Zabuza ass down, nigga. You're not making it to season 2. I promise that.
You're really not. So what you rate episode 9, 1 through 5? I'm giving it a 5.
Giving that shit a full 5, dog.
Yeah, it was better than the My Hero episodes. Like, I'm being honest.
I'm giving that shit a full 5.
It's
that
a 5.
Well, every single piece of this episode, from the beginning to the end,
seeing Emma sad about, it just hurt my heart. And then and then the next episode, more with Tachibana and Emma, is more going down. But episode 10, Re-Rise, while the battle between Toman and Mobius, led by their current leader, Hanma, that's his name, Hanma Shuji, is raging on. Draken ends up getting stabbed by Kiyomasa. Mikey tries to get Draken, who is gravely injured, but Hanma keeps getting in his way. Mikey then asks Takamichi to take care of him instead, and Mikey ends up giving Hanma the pause. While they're waiting for an ambulance, Kiyomasa and his thugs get in the way, but in order to protect Draken, Takamichi challenges Kiyomasa to a one-on-one battle to settle things once and for all with him. I will say they censored a lot of the Takamichi fight, and I don't know if you noticed, he went from hugging him on his waist to choking him out. But you watched the uncensored version, so did you see the full fight from him?
The full fight. I ain't watching that censored version.
See, I gotta watch from now on. I gotta watch the uncensored version because Chris, he literally went from this on his hip to just 2 seconds later, it shows the sky, and all you hear is pop, 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 and then Takamichi has him in the headlock, and I'm like, I'm so happy I read the manga because if I didn't, I'd have been so confused.
Yeah, it went a little harder in the anime. I can't lie, with the uncensored. It was a little, not saying harder than the manga. I'm saying it went a little bit harder with the uncensored.
Because the censored version was nuts.
Oh shit! I was like, he got my nigga in the headlock. I was like, choke that bitch out, choke that ugly. Bro, I hate that dude so much. I hate Kiyomasa, son. Just the fact, bro, he stabbed my nigga through the hand, bro.
Yeah, he
and
did.
he still choked that nigga out. I was like, yeah, choke that. And I like how his gang is full of bitch niggas too, because they was like, yeah, Kiyomasa, you that man, you that boy, bro. And then right after Kiyomasa got whooped, they was like, man, I knew Kiyomasa was he whatever his name is was a bitch. I'm like,
and,
nah,
and then we come and fight you, Takamichi, and then Takamichi's gang comes, Akun and them come and
didn't expect that.
And they come and fight for him. I love it. And then the ambulance ends up getting there in time for them to take Draken to the hospital, and fucking Takamichi gets up his first dub. This is another 5. This is another 5.
Me.
Yeah,
another
this
5
is great
too. I really love how Draken was like, hey, Takamichi, get the fuck out of here. Take the girls and dip. I got this, bro. I promise you, I got
like, nah,
this.
dog.
Yeah, for real. He's like, I didn't come here for that. Like, nah.
I'm not leaving. Like, and then Draken's like, oh, okay, bet. I'm betting $1 million on him. And his girl was like, I'm doing it too. And then it was like 3 mil, all of us.
And his girl ride or dying, bro. Like both of the girls were riding for Takamichi. Takamichi really was badass in that scenario.
He was
not going out like no bitch, and he
showed growth
in the hand and shook back from that. Like after he got stabbed in the hand, first of all, was not expecting that. I was expecting him to get his ass whooped, but I wasn't expecting him to. But that was the most uncomfortable shit to watch.
But you got to think, he went back to the past to make a difference. He doesn't want to live the same life. He's in his 25-year-old mind. He's like, if I don't go now, it's going to turn out the same way. And I'm going to lose everything I love. So I'm going to just fight. And if I'm going to die now, I'd rather die now than die later.
And I just didn't expect them to be that gangster with it, because they was really gangster. I mean,
middle school niggas.
Episode showed me that they really stabbed this dude in the stomach. They really stabbed my son in the hand, and they was like, "I'll kill you." Yeah, on some just NBA YoungBoy shit.
And it just gets crazier and crazier. I'm just ready for you to see when they start picking up straps.
Oh, now see that I'm not even prepared for, because I didn't think we was about to take it there, son. These niggas had knives and shit. I didn't think they would ever up the blickies in this show, but now I know where we going. This shit about to be even crazier.
We don't see that much blicky action, but we get a little bit. It's not a lot. It's
the title too. So like,
it's mainly knives and fist fights, but we do get a couple blicky scenes. So I know you ready for that. These
I like
niggas
gangster. Are getting the fist fights though, because the fist fights are animated amazing. And
yeah, they are. They're doing a good job.
Stabbing is always impactful. Like every time they stab somebody, they let you know, hey,
this is real.
Somebody.
Yeah,
it's like this shit just got real.
It's literally like we just shot somebody in America. Like somebody stabbed, it's serious. Niggas can die. It goes from UK shit. It literally went from like, okay, there's some schoolyard fights to like, nah, this is life or death. Somebody going to jail.
Yeah, I can't lie, man. This is one that just took me by storm. Like this episode was a 5. The last episode was a 5, but the last episode was a 5, and I was sitting there like, how could the next episode get better? And it did. It kept that same exact.
And it's just gonna keep getting better and better. It's not gonna slow down. This is not like another shonen where My Hero, we got this filler arc, and then we got My Villain Academia. Demon Slayer, we get the freaking Red Light District arc, and then in between the Mist arc, we got the little go see the swordsmith filler shit. No, this ain't that. This is straight fire all the way through to the rest. Mystery, intrigue, trying to figure out how we can save these people's lives. Tokyo Revengers is absolutely amazing. But Chris, that's all we got this week, my brother.
For sure, man. Ever since episode 4, this shit really been in that water.
Great.
I'm so glad this is out.
Yep. Tell the people.
I'm so glad all this shit is out, bro. We living in a great time. Like I said, like we was talking about earlier, bro. We in it, bro. Like
I don't know what we're reviewing next, but hopefully it's something fire. Because right now it's been great.
It will be, because we getting Demon Slayer this year. We getting Chainsaw Man this year. We getting motherfucking. We are getting
Demon Slayer is gonna be part of the next road. Oh yeah, lit.
But we getting
Red Light District. Fuck yeah, I'm excited for that.
And then in August, which is right around the corner, we gotta talk Shaman King and Eden Zero in more detail for the people.
Yeah,
and Godzilla Singular Point, which hopefully we're dropping in the same bag, because that's that's the same season. So hopefully we're getting that too, because that's some gas as well.
So, all right, next week, be prepared. More My Hero review, more Tokyo Revengers review. But next episode, you have 2 weeks to prepare. Watch Record of Ragnarok, because we're going to review the entire season, not just one episode.
The whole season is dropping?
It's dropping, yes. Yeah, it's Netflix. Everything dropping on Thursday. Everything.
Oh, well, that's what's up. I'm going to peep with it. I'm going to peep it out. I'm going to have a week.
You got everything. Everything gonna be out. It's only gonna be like 10 episodes, I think, 12 episodes.
Yeah, I got a week to peep it out.
And it's one of those where when you watch episode 1, you're gonna be like, oh, I can't stop.
Yeah, for sure. This is already look like I saw the trailer. The trailer had me hyped.
Facts. But Chris, tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
Follow your boy at Chrissa SJE on Twitter, at Chrissa SJE on Instagram. If you're on Spotify, Chrissa space SJE. You feel me? I just dropped a song called Makima for my Chainsaw Man stand.
Fire too.
It's finally catching a little bit of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Little people doing some TikToks to it. You feel me? Definitely follow me on or add me rather on my anime list, because I have been watching all the shit we've been reviewing, but I've been reading way more manga than ever. Like I'm about to start Vagabond. Like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all wanna read along some shit with me, please. I'm about to start a book club. I'm reading so much shit right now. It's like my manga reading. I read Grand Blue the other day, or the first couple volumes of it or whatever. But y'all follow me, add me, get in some discourse with me, because I need somebody to talk about these new manga with me. If y'all not reading Down to Down and Taugen and Anki, I don't know what y'all doing at this point, bro. I've been trying to push the agenda on Twitter.
They got some people in our Discord that reads some of those. You gotta come, Joe.
Oh, people finally been getting on it, bro. I've been seeing people boot up on it a little bit more as the weeks go.
The Discord is lit, and make sure you join our Discord. Link is in the description. We talk all things anime every day. Like we be going ham.
I be popping up in there, but I pop up like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, no, them niggas be going ham. Like
I be getting the notifications. I be seeing it.
So y'all make sure y'all join. Make sure y'all go follow Chrissa. You follow me at LinBWT. Follow the person. They got Bros Who Think. There's a new One Piece manga chapter review out now. Next week there's no One Piece chapter, so you'll get an Undead Unluck review and probably a One Piece discussion. It might be the Discord discussion where all of the Discord people, fans, everybody, supporters, going to talk with me and Christian just about the series, and we're going to have just an open discussion. It's either going to be that or it's going to be something else. So just be on the lookout for that. And then, yeah, the new Bros Who Think podcast is out. There's a new Bros Who Binge out. Oh, and if you're a fan of Batman, the animated series, we reviewed Batman Mask of the Phantasm, the movie. That's out as well. But for more, just make sure you subscribe to the YouTube and follow us wherever you get podcasts. But for Chrissa, my name is Lyndon. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Watch Record of Ragnarok, because we will be reviewing it. Stay up to date with My Hero, because we're getting to My Villain Academia. We'll talk to you soon. Until then, peace.